Here we go. All right. So today we're going to be harvesting some herbs today to get into the dehydrator for just general preservation, but also for the Christmas presents that I'm making. So these are trying to flower, so I want to make sure that we don't let that happen, because once they flower, they tend to lose a little bit of their flavor, and I don't want that. And so I would like to try to keep this basil going as long as possible. So yeah, that's what we're working on. I plan to hopefully harvest basil today, some oregano, and some thyme. It's a little bit, really the basil, oh, also sage. The sage is probably getting close to ready to flower as well, and I want to make sure that I get that before it flowers so that we can dehydrate it and use it for our plans. So anyway, yes, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm picking off the blossoms, or the buds right here, rather, from these basil leaves, and then we're going to go ahead and start harvesting it. I'm on here a little bit earlier than normal because we're supposed to start getting a heat wave today around noon, and it's already pretty warm. Not only is it pretty warm, it is very humid, and so I kind of wanted to get out here before the heat really set in. So that's what we're doing. That is why we are here, folks, so early in the morning. I'm hoping a few of my regular friends join us today so that I can hear how Mary is doing. Mary was hit by a drunk driver 2 nights ago, and she was in the hospital, but we know that she woke up. So she does have some injuries, obviously, but she has woken up, and so anyway, I am hoping that my friends are able to get on here this morning and tell me how she is doing. So anyway, okay, now we're going to go ahead and start harvesting this basil. Let's see if I can make sure to see the chat. Where you want to harvest basil is, let's see if I can get a good example. Can you see here? Okay. So where you want to harvest basil is you want to look for these two shoots that come off, like in that V shape, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to cut it right here. And then this is going to be the piece that you harvest. And then these two new leaves will take off and become new shoots, and your bush will get even better and more full. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to cut back this basil and harvest some. Then maybe, like I said, the sage, hopefully some oregano. It's starting to get pretty big, and we'll see what else we get. I don't know if we'll get the lavender or not. But anyway, I've got my basket here, my kitchen shears, and we can go ahead and get started. I'll try to watch the chat, but hopefully I don't miss you guys if you were to say something, but I'll try to watch as best I can. This is something nice too. Let me see if I can take you off here so I can show you a little easier. Whoa! Dropped my phone. Sorry about that. Okay, let me turn you around. Okay, so what I did right there, you can see my cut. Okay, these two little shoots, these are going to be your new branches. So yeah, That's what we're going for. How's everyone doing today? Feel free to say hi, introduce yourself. We are friends here. This is not like an educational type chat. It's really just a hangout. I can share with you tips of what I'm doing, but mostly I'm just here to make friends and chat with people and have a good time while I get my work done. So feel free to introduce yourselves and visit. Talking Gator, hi, my name's Cynthia. Nice to meet you. Talking Gator says name's Jay. That looks like basil. It is basil. Kim, I'm harvesting basil today. This is the little ones we grew from seed. So you have these sister plants in your garden, I hope. But yeah, harvesting today, tried to keep it from flowering, and gonna get to work on our projects. How are you guys doing today, Gator and Kim? I'm just getting out here today because it's supposed to be super, super humid and hot where we live. Going to be under a heat advisory. And so I wanted to get out here before it got too gross. Kim says, wow, nice. Yes, mine are still thriving. Had to prop them up after that storm. Gator says, doing great. Thanks. I have basil about 10 to 12 inches tall. Why do I want to keep them from flowering? They, the flavor's not so good after they flower, and also they will quit producing so many leaves because they will put their attention into making their seeds, which is great if you want to save the seed. You could do that. But for the most part, we grow basil for their leaves. So we want to harvest them and pull off the flower buds before they flower so that we don't lose all of that wonderful flavor. So that's why. I did watch a video this morning that had an elderly gentleman. He was talking about rosemary, and he said that he keeps the flowers. He enjoys the flowers, and he dehydrates the flowers and keeps them in a separate jar, and he will, he says they're really, really good. So I might do that after I get enough to do our Christmas presents. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, we're doing, I plan to do that, like I just said, and they're for the grandparents. They're probably not watching, but they're for the grandparents. And I wanted to make that for them. Kim says, we're good. We stayed up late, did a fire last night. Oh, I was just thinking about doing a fire. I just worry about like the humidity and like mosquitoes. Like, is it uncomfortable doing a fire at night? I mean, I love the idea. Max, would you get out of the garden? Look at this. Look at this menace. Look, I'm not going to pet you. I want you to get out of my garden. So gross. Sorry. Get out. I don't want him digging up everything. Gator says, are you dehydrating or grinding them? How do you store otherwise? I just dehydrate, and then, yeah, I will put them in the food processor so that I can, to grind them up and just put them in really nice spice containers. Why am I whispering? They're not here. They're probably not going to watch this. I just feel like I should whisper because it's a present, you know? It's like it's Christmas presents. So I gotta be quiet. I don't know. That's stupid, but I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Like I can't help it. Trying to not tell the. I was gonna say I'm trying to not tell the world, and I'm literally telling the world. Kim says it was perfect nice for it, nice breeze, made s'mores. That sounds wonderful. I'm so glad they got to do that. We have the perfect setup for it. I don't know why I just hesitate to do it so much. And now that Savannah, like she needs to go to bed so early, it's like not great for me, but it would make really good memories for the kids. Like I really should just do it. Oh, here's a bud I missed. Oh yeah, I missed a lot of buds. This would try to flower on me. It is stupid humid, like zone 9 in Florida. I'm in zone 6 in Illinois, so all we get here is humidity and heat. Uh, I don't, I, it's probably, I didn't check the forecast before I came out here, because I was just like, you know what, like no delays, hurry up and get out here because it's going to be gross no matter what. But the temperature wise right now is not bad. Not bad at all. Kim says I need to trim basil today before the garden is full sun. I'll keep the video rolling but won't chat. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kim. I think it's super fun that we'll be trimming basil together. Super fun. Anyway, lost my train of thought. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. We're just on here chatting this morning anyway. Sometimes, yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this one back a little bit lower. It's so beautiful and bushy. I'm excited to see it flush back out with all of its new growth. Gator says, I'm right behind you, Kim. Now I'm worried about my basil buds. Go pull them. You need to pull them. Now, some basil, it's a Proven Winners hybrid. I think it's called Amazing Basil or Amazel Basil. Amazel Basil. Blah, blah, blah. Amazel Basil. Morning, Wildcat. Good morning from the couch, soon to be shop. Yes, get out there, get to work. I beat you. I beat you to work today. Okay, so Gator, Amazel Basil from Proven Winners actually is a hybrid, but it is the only basil that I know of that still the leaves taste the same after it flowers, so you don't even have to worry about trimming the flowers, and it's really nice because you can harvest it whenever you want, and the pollinators get the benefit of the flowers. So I should have planted that, but this is Wildcat says dang burn. That's a burn in our family. For those of you who don't know, Wildcat is my brother. So anyway, I grew Amazel Basil, but I did not grow it this year. I wanted to grow this from seed because I was like totally into, well, it was winter and I wanted to do something inside, So that's where we're at with this and why I don't have Amazel Basil this year. So yeah, this is homegrown from seed, except these two bushy ones. I was worried that the ones that I grew wouldn't take, which they're right here. They're probably going to be the best. But I did buy these two plants from town because I was just like stressed, like, oh no, what if they don't make it? Don't trust myself. Stupid. But anyway, so yeah. It's hard to see. It's so full. I love it. I love it. Oh, there's a beetle or something. Let's see what that guy is. What are you? I don't know what he is. Look. Can you see? The phone got dark on me. There. Ugh, I don't know what he is. Get off my basil leaf, you. Gator says, taking my dang burn ass to the garden. Appreciate your time. Oh, okay, Gator. Well, it's so nice to talk to you. I hope you join us again. Normally I'm on like 10:30, 10:30, but I had to come out early today. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. It was so nice to talk to you. Here we go. We're getting it to where we can see the basil bush. Thanks, Gator. That's so nice of you. So sweet. I think I can take this one back. Oh yeah, I can take this one back quite a ways. There we go. Look at the stalk on that one. He's pretty big, but wanted to breathe some new life into these basil plants. So we're getting kind of far back in here so that we get a lot of healthy new growth. This is taking me so much longer than I thought it would, and I probably think, I don't know, I hope to get to the sage, but I don't want to be out here in the crazy heat. Actually, we can do that and that for that guy. All right. Can we go down here? Yeah, we technically could. Let's take this guy. Here we go. We're cutting it back pretty significantly. This is pretty far down. That's quite a bit, as you can see. It will be fine. We've got our shoots coming off the side. And with some regular water and the sunshine we're about to have for the next many days, we will do great. So what's everyone else up to today? I see some of y'all are being quiet today, just hanging out, and that's super fine. I love that too. I'm glad you all are here. I think we're just going to go ahead and take this one. Some of these larger stalks. That way we'll get some of this undergrowth kicking off. That'll be good. And of course I'm remembering to take it down too, for those of you who may be coming a little bit later. I already showed this once, but I'll show you again. Okay, so you're going, it's hard to see out here with my glasses on and in the sunshine. Hang on. Okay, so see where I cut here? We've got 2 offshoots, and you can even see a little bitty offshoot starting right there. So that's what you want. And when you cut above those, these will have a chance to grow into new branches. So that's what you want. That's what we're going for. And we are taking quite a bit. You can see we're taking quite a bit of this basil plant. But look how much more we have to grow. So it's going to be fine. And it's going to be bigger and healthier due to that. Oh, got to turn you back around. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So, see that there's one over here that I missed that's already trying to, the straw is driving me crazy. That's already trying to flower. So we will take him down. There we go. So again, you stay above those little buds, you'll be fine. Okay. Doing great. Okay, we're going to have so much basil. I didn't even think we were going to have that much. But this is wonderful because I will be able to Probably get some for the grandparents and then for myself, which will be amazing. I had hoped to, because the last basil that I harvested and dried was back in 23. And so it's time to put in some more for myself. Oh, I must have broken some leaves yesterday when I put the soaker hose in. Yep, here's another bud I missed. All right, we are doing great. So again, this channel, isn't just educational. Feel free to hop on and introduce yourself and just hang out. That's what we're doing. I can give you some tips of what I know, but for the most part, this channel is about meeting new people and making friends and just basically hanging out while I work. So, if that seems fun to you, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Glad you're here and glad you're spending some time with me. So feel free to introduce yourself, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. Oh, I totally missed this bud. That was a big one too. See that? Right here. All right, we need to scoot down a little bit so I don't have to reach. There's another little bud. Let's get the top off of this guy. Here we go. These will be great. Okay. All right, gonna scoot you guys down. We're getting quite the basil haul here. Oh, this guy was already cut, so we'll take him. I'm hoping that a few of my regular friends, I'm usually on here around 10:30. I'm hoping that they pop on here, because we had one of our friends that we talk with regularly was hit by some kids drunk driving a truck. And so she was in the hospital yesterday, and we have prayed for her and have been praying for her to recover. And she did, thank the Lord, she did wake up yesterday, because she was unconscious, and it was really bad. But anyway, so we're hoping that they get on here and let us know how she's doing. I guess she had a brain bleed, but her cerebellum was okay, and also obviously broken bones. And so anyway, her name is Mary. So if you think of her and want to, please consider saying a prayer for her. She's a really, really nice girl. And it was no good. No good, guys. So anyway, I've been thinking a lot about her and how she's doing. And just praying for her throughout the day. So anyway, again, you don't have to, but if you would consider that, I would appreciate it. Okay, so we've got some pieces here. Oh, we got a little garden spider in there. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Okay, I think we can go right there. Actually, we'll go right there. Take him off. This is so full. I feel like I'm all over the place with these shears. It's just kind of crazy. Well, hello, here's a little lightning bug. Where'd he go? I love lightning bugs. I lost him. I'm glad to know he was making his home in my basil plant. Do you guys have lightning bugs? If you do you call them lightning bugs, fireflies? What do you call lightning bugs? I love them. I love peeking out the window at night, and I can see out here in the yard, and they're just going crazy. It just makes me happy. Makes me think of my childhood. Did you guys ever used to go catch them? You know, like I would catch them in a jar, like in a mason jar, and poke holes in the lid, put a little stick in there, put some leaves and grass, and then, you know, take them in and to keep them overnight. And oh, that was so much fun. What a good childhood memory. So much fun. I want to go ahead and take these down even further. There we go. Got to be careful when you're doing this so you don't cut off your new growth. That's not what you want. I should have asked Wildcat when he was on here how his lovely wife is doing. They're going to be having a baby soon. So we are very excited about that. Could be any day. This basil is out of control, you guys. Jeez. That leaves, that's not so good. I think we'll just snip it right there. That looks a little better. After I get all this harvested, we're going to go in and wash it up, dry it on a towel as best we can, and then get it in the dehydrator so that we can make our Christmas gifts. We've got a nice breeze, even with all this humidity. There they are. Hello, buddy. Hi, buddy. Whoop. I'm dropping you again. Isn't he cool? Love it. Hey, buddy. I love having you in my garden. You're great. Right here. You get back in here. Go down here. That way I don't actually snip you with the scissors. That would not be good. So yeah, anyway, we'll go get these in the dehydrator today, and ooh, shoot, okay, and get them going. And then I want to find some really cute jars, you know, that we could, I don't know, I just want it to be pretty, you know. It's like the grandparents don't need anything, you know, like they've got plenty of everything, and if they truly wanted something, they could buy it themselves. But you know, I don't know. Part of my love language is gift giving. I don't know if y'all are familiar with love languages and things like that. But that's a love language of mine. And so I put a lot of thought into gifts and gift giving. And I just want it to be special, you know? So anyway, I thought, you know, this is something that they could use and maybe something that they would enjoy. So I wanted to make sure. And anyway, we're putting the actual effort into it this year to make it happen. I had this idea several years back, and then we had Savannah, and so we didn't get to do it. But we didn't get to do it, and so anyway, now I'm trying. So I want to look on Amazon and find some cute jars, unless you guys have a good idea, like how to do the presentation. Like I was saying, I was thinking like some small, probably like half pint mason jars with the lid and the ring, and maybe like some cloth on it or something. I don't know. I'm not like super arts and crafty either, so I don't know like how much effort I'll put into like the wrapping. It might just be a mason jar with a lid, you know. If I find like the whole like little gingham fabric thing is not you know, easy to manage. But I still want it to be cute, you know, like I want it to have a good presentation and to have that kind of like, oh, that's really special factor. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. But if anybody has any ideas of how it could be cuter, please let me know, because I'm open. I am open to suggestions. I want to make it awesome. So, yeah, please do share your tips. I think we could get this. I think we can go right here. Take out a little bit of that bushiness. Here we go. You can't go too far down with all of these, because then you're going to get into the actual, you know, the main stem. That's not what you want. I certainly did not think I was going to have this much. Here we go. Ooh. I think I'm a little bit early for my friends. They're from the ones I was talking about, the ones who, our friend on here who got hit by the drunk driver. They're from United Kingdom and Ireland. And then we have a few other friends on here who come from India. And we like to visit. But like I said, it's a little bit early for them, I think. So I'm bummed to miss them. I hope I don't. I hope they come on for at least a little bit and update me on Mary's condition. I wonder what a basil flower tastes like. Tastes like basil. That's pretty good. That's pretty delicious. Has a little bit of like You guys ever had like clove gum? I'm kind of eating I've never done this before. It's pretty good. Eating the flower bud off of here, and it has that clove gum feeling in my mouth. That's pretty cool. I cannot do anything evenly. Look at this. Can you see this? I can't tell in the sun. It goes. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. I probably should actually really get down here and trim a little further back so it has a chance to. Oh, look, there's another one. Has a chance to really flesh out. There's a spider. Get out of my basil. Get out, Spidey. Those are really good. Oh my goodness, who knew? Basil flowers, right? Wait a second. I think, yeah. Is that, oh, nope, not right there. Actually, though, yeah, we could, right there. I don't want to go too crazy, though, since we are going to be having this heat wave. I don't want it to bolt on me is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what we want. I think if I take these main stalks out, it'll thin it out quite a bit, which is good. All right. That is quite the basil haul, you guys. Look at that. Hang on, I'll show you. Thank you for the like. That's nice. That is quite a bit of basil. I am going to take that inside and lay it out on the counter. And then here we have our oregano. I'm wondering if I should let this get a little bit more full before I start taking it. And then over here, right there, we have our English thyme. But zooming in, over there is our sage. So I think I need to go ahead and get some of that. And then maybe today is going to be sage and basil. We've got dill here, which is starting to flower. I don't know, like, I guess if the bush will get bigger and bigger, especially if I cut off the seeds. I don't really use dill a whole lot. I am not good with making pickles. So again, I don't really use it too much, but that doesn't mean the grandparents won't. So maybe I should go ahead and just cut off the flowers and let the bush get bigger itself. And then that way we can harvest some dill for them and to at least include some in our Christmas presents. But yeah, okay, so basil, sage, we'll cut off the tops of those. As a matter of fact, we'll do that right now so I don't forget, because let's just face it, I probably will. And I will take the the basil inside. Here we go. I'll take the basil inside, and it does smell good though. Oh, I do love the smell of dill. You guys, that's gonna make you sick. I'm sorry. Boop. We'll do it that way. How's that? I do love the smell. My husband doesn't. He hates it. Matt is so anti-dill, anti-pickle, anything that, and he's not like rude or anything, but he will, if if the waitress, like at a restaurant, if the if the waitress at a restaurant like forgets to include um, forgets to include the or forgets to not include, not include the pickles, and if it touches the other food, he just can't eat it. He hates it that much. James, hi, welcome to the chat. How are you? Got this fly that's trying to bite me. Glad you're here. So this sage, which I will get you guys set up and then I'll take the basil in real quick. This sage, look at this, is pretty full. As you can see here, it's starting to flower, which is not what we want. So I'm going to harvest some leaves, hopefully get quite a few to be able to put into the dehydrator. Here, what the flowers actually look like. Aren't those lovely? The pollinators love them. So hopefully I'm not too late since it's already begun to flower. But, you know, we'll do what we can. Okay, all right, let me go get the tripod and get you guys set up over here. I'll run the basil inside, and then I will be right back. Hi, sweetie. Who's a good girl? Yes, you are. Oh, but here comes Mando. He does not like it when she gets attention. Quit being a butthead, Mando. He's such a jerk sometimes. Okay. Let me get you set up where I can see the chat. Handyman, hi, how you doing? Welcome. Sorry, you guys, I'm moving you all around trying to get you. There we go. Is that better? Trying to get you set up. And I forget sometimes that can make people feel nauseous with all the movement. Okay. All right. I am going to start harvesting this here in just a second. Give me a minute. I'm going to run the basil into the house and I will be right back. Okay? Mando, don't knock over the tripod, you big baby. Let's see here. I think I'm going to have to go through here because I don't think the kids unlocked the door. I am not finished yet. That is basil. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some sage and I'll be back here in a little bit. All right, I am back. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. I want to try to get the new growth. Ooh, let's get these guys out of here. They're in our way. Can you hear me okay? Sorry about that. I had to take those inside and I got out of range. So hopefully you can still hear me. And we will work on getting some of this new growth of our sage so we can dehydrate that and put it in the spice jars for the grandparents. So let's get on it. Same concept as the basil. You want to, I cut lower than this. Hey Siva, good morning. You want to cut like right here. See where you've got 2 new shoots? That'll make your plant bushier, okay? But I did that below on this one. But this is a good sprig of sage, so that looks really, really nice. How are you doing, Siva? It's good to see you. Here we go. Now you can see what we're doing a little bit better. Naomi, hey, good morning. How you doing? We're harvesting some sage right now to make some presents. It's kind of difficult to see in, it's not difficult really, that's not the right word, but it's kind of irritating because I've got to work in between all of this like stupid crabgrass just grown up in it. Like you can see it's trying to take over the sage and it's really bugging me, and I was going to just totally rip it out completely, but I didn't. I thought, you know what, at least let's get our herbs for our project, so we could do that. Naomi says, you are brave out in this heat. It's not hot yet. It's not hot yet. The heat advisory is supposed to start around noon. And then for you all who don't know, we will be under a heat advisory until Tuesday, which isn't cool, but it is what it is. So that's not super fun, but that's why I came out early, because I wanted to try to beat the heat. Siva says that you're still at work. Yeah, Siva, I'm on earlier than normal. I figured you all would still be working, which is a bummer to me, but because of the heat advisory, I wanted to go ahead and get out here because I was worried, you know, I don't want to overheat. And it's not so much like, it's not the temperature that's the problem. It's the stifling humidity that causes the problems where we are. So, trying to get some of this grass away too. It's tickling me and I don't like that. It's not fun. So anyway, yeah, we're just, I'm cutting the new growth, Siva. So in case you didn't hear, I'm cutting the new growth off of this sage, and I'm working on making Christmas presents for the grandparents. And I wanted them to be able to have some herbs that I grew myself and then dehydrated myself, processed the whole bit, you know. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I knew that in this heat they would try to flower on me, so wanted to get out here and get them before they do that, because once a herb generally flowers, it kind of messes with the flavor. So I'm glad that we got our basil harvested today, and hopefully, see this here, I've already missed some. So hopefully it doesn't affect the flavor too much. Might be all right. But we'll go ahead and deadhead those, and maybe it will flush again and we can have some more. Oh, that was not even what I was cutting. There we go. Oops. Okay. Need to be able to see you guys. Siva is asking, where are the kids? So the kids had a sleepover, and so The kids are actually still asleep with the exception of Sophie and Savannah. They are playing in the living room. So, yeah, they're inside, sleeping and not. Siva, what are you working on today? Naomi said she's still at, no, Siva said he was still at work. Let's see, today, Naomi, you'll probably be on your way home from work, or have you been home for a little bit? If I move you guys over here, I might not see as well. So I don't know. We'll have to try it with the sun being on the phone. I don't know how well that's going to work. You know what I could do? I just figured it out. Hang on. We'll go this direction. It's all about keeping you out of the sun so I can see what's happening on chat. Ugh, stupid crabgrass. Look at this, you guys. It's no fun. See? This is just, it's such an invasive weed. I can think of no good purpose that it serves except to bug me. And all it does is sit in here and tickle. And it's so hard to get rid of. That's why I was getting frustrated. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not a big sage person either. I grew it for the pollinators, you know, because it brings in the beneficial insects and pollinators. And so that's why I grew it. I've actually never really harvested it for myself and for, you know, for actually processing and dehydrating because why? Because, yeah, I just liked it for the flowers, which, you know, is great. But now that I want it for its actual leaves, I'm frustrated that these stupid weeds are taking over. So, Naomi, crabgrass, if I could get a piece with roots on it. First of all, it kind of looks like this. Do you see how it's kind of, it's not like feathery per se, but the blades are kind of spaced out. And then to me, if I can find a piece with, it's making me itch just touching me. It's not like allergic or anything, but like it grows in these long tendrils. If you let it, it will literally take over. But let me find a piece with roots. That's not such a good example, but it kind of is. Okay, so it's hard to tell if you can see it well, but these little offshoots, when they're coming out of the white part, let me see. I need a better example. They kind of look like little crab claws, and they're what send out, you know, more runners and more roots. They're just the devil. They're horrible. I can't get a good example of the root. Leastways right here. Anyway, if I get one, I'll show you. Naomi said she just got home 10 minutes ago. Siva says he's the manager for a private company. That's cool. But yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to get some of this sage picked and then dehydrated for our gifts. And I don't want it to flower, so that's what we're trying to get. But we can still get, even though it has flowered, we can still get the new growth, and hopefully it'll still have, you know, really good flavor for us. Well, for them, really. Like I said, I'm not really a big sage person, but they might be, and I want to include it in the gift. Here we go. Like, the cool thing about it's not a cool thing. It's the silver lining about crabgrass is when you do get it out and you pull out a big chunk like this, it's kind of satisfying. But here you can see like this little offshoot of, can you see? I can't even tell if you guys can see this or not. This little offshoot right here is what to me looks like the crab's claw. So I'm wondering if that's how it got its name, but it's super sharp. And it will just pierce right through the soil, and it spreads so easily that, it just makes me so mad. Anyway, it is what it is, I suppose. But I don't know. With this breeze, hopefully you guys can hear me okay over the wind. I've got the mics on. Thanks, Eva. With the breeze, it's not super bad out here yet. I mean, I know it's going to get nasty, which is why I wanted to get out here and get this, but it's not bad right now. So that's good. I think Siva and Naomi, you both missed it. I got quite the basil haul. My whole basket here was totally full of basil and heaping like up to here. And I didn't think I was going to get that much. And maybe I did harvest it kind of heavy, but there's still quite a bit out there. And of course I left it for new growth. But my goodness, I am so excited about how much I got because I really think, guys, here's another lightning bug. This one though is a little bit different. Look, it's more orange than the black and red. Off it goes. I'm wondering if that's a female because earlier I saw what I know is a male and I was like, I wonder what the females look like. So if that was a female, very cool. You know what we should also do is harvest some of the mint. That would be good for tea, even if I don't include it, like, because I would drink that as a tea. So I could go ahead and get that harvested before it flowers. Plus, if I keep it from flowering, it'll keep producing its leaves, and then we can have mojitos. Fat Batman says, "Don't eat it, please." Don't eat what? Crabgrass? Are you talking about sage, Batman? Come on, you gotta tell me. Don't keep me in suspense. This new growth looks great. Ooh, it's hard to see over there. Oh, the bug? No, I'm not going to eat the bug. That's silly. Batman says, I sound like your mom, to be honest. Well, I hope that's a good thing. Yeah, I hope that's a good thing. I'll just say that. Boy, the wind really picked up for a second there. Actually, speaking of not eating bugs, when I was a kid, I watched, okay, so I was a kid in the 80s and 90s. If anybody's my age, do you remember when some like Navy SEALs or maybe they were Marines, something happened and somebody's plane got shot down and they were lost? They weren't lost, I'm sure, but they were down in some country in like the forest or the jungle. Batman says, yep, but I'm Japanese. But anyway, I'm from Osaka, Japan. Awesome. And I'm subscribing to you. Well, thank you so much, Batman. Thank you. That's so sweet. Anyway, so these soldiers were down in the forest. And I remember hearing stories. It had to be in the late 80s, early 90s. I remember hearing stories about how they were eating insects to survive. And I was like, this was a time in my life where I was especially proud of my big brother who was in the army at the time. And I wanted to be like him. And so, anyway, I thought, could I do that? Like, what happens if that ever happened to me? Could I do it? And so, you guys, I ate an ant. And I was like, this is actually not that bad. And now, am I condoning you all eating ants? Batman says, I know it's not a video call, but my mom said hi to you. Well, hello, mother. That's so nice. It's so great to have you guys on here. So yeah, anyway, I tried this ant and I was like, that's not actually that bad. They kind of have like an apple flavor. And then I went to school and I was like, this is going to freak out the kids if I do this, the other kids. And so I was betting them to pay me $1 if I would eat an ant. And they did a few times. And of course, it freaked them all out, grossed them out. I don't know, Naomi, if you're still on here, do you remember this? It freaked them out. And it was great. I made a little bit of money. I made a little bit of money scaring the other kids at school. But yeah, I generally make it a practice to not eat insects. Oh my goodness. We're doing pretty good here with the sage. I'm pleased with how well it is growing, especially now that I'm wanting to harvest it for the gifts. I've got to reach because if I go over here, I won't have any space to put the tripod so I can see the chat. I can't put the tripod on the other side because then I won't be able to, the sun will be on your screen and I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. Okay. Batman says, sorry for the interrupt. You're not interrupting. I'm here to hang out with you guys and make new friends. That's what this channel is. For the most part, I also have some other videos I make just to have cool tips that people may find interesting. Batman says, sorry for the interrupt, but my mom thinks you are my new English teacher. She's from Australia. That's cool. And you're on FaceTime. That is so fun. Siva is asking, what's cooking at our house today? So, probably nothing. That's not true. I mean, obviously I'll be making dinner, but I haven't thought about it yet. Like, I don't know what we're going to have. But what I do know is that my husband, Matt, his work is hosting a, like a barbecue type deal appreciation for customers. And so we get to join because obviously we're a customer. So we're going to go into the dealership today and have some hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue sandwiches, whatever they're going to offer. We're going to go in there and have that. And then probably take Bella's friend stayed the night. And so we'll probably take her home after we go do that. And then I'm not sure what we'll have for dinner. Some days I'm feeling really productive and I actually plan dinner. Other days I am productive, but my mind is not on food. Because I kind of have a little bit, I think, of undiagnosed ADHD. But for the most part, I don't think about food until I'm super hungry. Sam, I have been waiting for you. I was wondering how Mary's doing. I've been praying for her all day and all yesterday. So please, if you have an update, please share. Batman says, okay, so it's 11:30 p.m., so I have to turn off the phone, but see you around. Bye. Have a good day, Batman. I'm so glad you joined us today. There's that cat is bugging me again. That cat. I like cats, but from a distance. You know, like, here he is. Like, see him? There he is. He's a good cat. Like, I'm not going to lie. He's a good cat. But he's also very affectionate. He's a very good hunter. So all the things. Sam says she is out of danger. Not talking much, but out of danger. Praise God. Oh, Sam, that makes my heart so happy. A has not come yet. I think I am a little early for him because we're supposed to have a heat wave starting in just a few hours. And so I wanted to get out here and harvest these herbs for the Christmas gifts before it got super hot. And so I'm hoping that A will get on here. And I was especially waiting around for you to find out how Mary was. So, yeah. So I'm so glad you got on here to tell me because I have been wondering. And I was feeling a little bad because I was thinking, well, yes, I do. I usually come on later. But I had to beat the heat, so to say. I had to try to beat this heat wave so it's not too hot to be out. And so I was basically especially lingering until hopefully you got on so that I could hear how Mary was. So anyway, we still have quite a bit to do. And with this nice breeze, it's really not bad out here. So I might just, and I did put some sunblock on. So I might just try to stay, working as long as I can. I have some mint to harvest, and I would like to get a good amount of that so that we can dry it as well for tea and different things. Aikigai, I'm not really sure how to say your name. I'm sorry if that's wrong. Not sure what you mean, but no, like 30 seconds. But welcome. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad you're here. I was going to tear up this sage. I was explaining to some of the others because it's infested with this crabgrass. You can see here, if I point it down, maybe you can see like all this grass growing up in my sage bush. That's not what we want. So anyway, I think not today because I get distracted with trying to do too much and see, I'm already doing it. And I want to get in here and I'm going to pull this stuff out and get it out of my sage bush. But today is not a day to really be outside too much just because of the high humidity that we're going to be getting. It's going to make it to where you shouldn't spend too much time outside. Siva says, my network is slow. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye, Siva. We'll see you well, I probably won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll have a family day. But Monday, I should be back on. So hopefully we'll see you Monday, Siva. Okay, we've got a fair amount of sage. That's a good amount. Sam says, I have to all home stuff myself. I'm honestly not good at handling it. 2-month-old daughter is also difficult on my own. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Sam. That would be really difficult. I bet your daughter is sweet, though, and a good distraction when you're worried about Mary. Sometimes it helps to be distracted by something. Batman says, my mom is gone. I'm back again. Hey, Batman. Welcome back. We're going to go over and work on harvesting the mint. All right. I'm going to have to move you guys over. Sorry. Probably be wobbly. I need to check out our black raspberries today and harvest some of those if we've got them to harvest. And of course we probably do because it's supposed to be hot. And then I've spent all morning harvesting herbs instead. But let's go over and check out the black raspberries really quick since we're up. Oh yeah, I need to get in here. It's kind of hard to see. Sam says, due to my daughter, I stayed at home. Otherwise, I would have also gone to check Mary. Absolutely, you have to. Batman says, my English is not that good, but I'm still learning from Avengers and people like you. You know, Batman, if you need to come on here and talk to me to help your English, I am all about that. I'm so glad you're here. Batman says, it's all your garden. It's huge. Yes. So, Sam, my garden is just about 3 acres. It's very, very large. And the lawn is so big that we have to hire it done, because if I were to do it myself, which I could, we don't own a riding lawnmower. We do own a push lawnmower, but if I had to do the lawn care itself by myself, I would be out here all day. And I could literally be out here all day anyway. Okay, but look, see these? The black ones right there in the center? That is a black raspberry. They are delicious. I have been picking them just about every day, but I'm going to have to pick them again, regardless of the heat. We got to get it done. So we'll quickly get the mint. And then, oh my goodness, you guys are so delicious. Look at these. They're so good. Yum. Anyway, okay. We're really going to have to focus. We got to focus, trim the mint, go get our berry boxes, pick the berries, okay? Siva says, okay, I'll see you Monday. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Bye, Siva. I hope you have a great weekend, too. Sam says, I am from Scotland. Do I know Scotland? Actually, I got to go to Scotland and United Kingdom. Actually, they're not the same, are they? I mean, I know they're two different countries. Is Scotland still considered part of the UK? I don't know. So it's not grapes. They are black raspberries. Yeah. So, okay. Let me put you guys out of the sun. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my stool. Okay. So the mint harvesting is going to be basically about as straightforward. We're going to look for those little buds, and we will cut there. Oh, hang on, I can't really see. Batman says, what's your name? My name is Cynthia. Cynthia is my name. I am Aniko. Is that correct, Batman? Aniko? I don't know how to say it properly. Forgive me. And I will try to remember your name, but it may take me a few times. Sam says, no, Scotland, England, and Wales are combined, called Scotland, so I'm technically from UK. Oh, cool. Well, when I was a teenager, I got to go to the UK, and Scotland was the best part to me. I got to go with my father and my sister. Oh, you guys, this smells so good. I got to go with my father and my sister, and so that was a wonderful memory. This mint is growing like crazy. I also see that we've got a little bit of insect pressure because we have some leaves that have been munched on by the critters. Okay, we're going to seriously have to hurry up with harvesting all these herbs because those berries take like an hour by themselves. I mean, maybe there won't be so many, but but it still takes a while because you got to get each individual one. Sam says, I'm exactly 10 years older than you. I doubt it. I doubt it. Not if Mary and Kenny and Stenny are in their 20s. I am 44. So you'd have to be 54. Are you 54? And if you are, that's fine. I mean, I'm not judging. 10 years younger. Okay, so you're 34. There you go. I thought so. I thought you guys were younger. Yes, but your name is a little difficult, like Cindy. Yes. In Spanish, they call my name Cynthia. Does that help you at all, Cynthia? You can call me that if you want. But you know, if you can remember my name, that's awesome. But you don't have to if it's too hard. I am 34. My wife, Kinney, is 28. Okay, I thought the girls were in their 20s. I thought that's what you said, or what they had said. All right, the mint harvesting is going a little faster. I'm probably being less careful than what I should be, but we've got to hustle if we're going to get those berries picked before it gets super hot. I've been on here chatting with you guys, taking longer than I should, but it's super fun. Batman says, oh, you are 44, I'm 14, you are like 3 of me. Yep, that's true. I am like 3 of you. Yes, yes. But we are glad you're here, and if we help you learn English, that is wonderful. Okay, all right. I am going to, it'll be just a minute. I will be right back. I am going to go get, I'm going to go take these herbs inside, set them out on the counter, get the berry boxes and the berry tray, and then I will come back out here so we can get these berries really quick because in just a couple hours it's going to get really hot. Sam says, I am younger than you, but I look older. I doubt it, Sam. I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, I'm going to take this off so that I don't Can you hear me now? Is the audio better now, guys? I'm wondering if I didn't pause it. Do let me know if you have audio. Oh, awesome. Okay, so I learned something new. Yesterday when we were having all those audio problems, I had paused it. Don't worry, I'm a professional. That's what I tell myself anytime I make a silly mistake. Batman, I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds like you're telling me not to sing. You don't want to hear me sing? No, I'm not going to sing. I am not a performer. Here we go. Okay. Let me get, where can I put you guys at? I can see the chat a little bit better. Don't worry, Batman, I won't sing. I won't, don't worry. So, whoa! All that wind is taking off. It makes it hard to get these berries. These small ones are it's kind of making me wonder if I should even mess with these small ones, but, you know, they would be good in like a pie or a jam, something like that. I think it would probably be a little while before the case of Mary's case goes to trial. That's unfortunately takes a long time here in the States. Batman says, no, I mean, voice is not coming, but I don't know how to say it in English. You just said it perfectly, Batman. Perfect. Oh, I get it. You were saying the microphone and then the no sign. Okay. Thank you. Learn something new every day. But can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Batman? Is it better? Hopefully it's better. All right. You know, I was just thinking, Sam, that I wonder if A will even get on here because I don't usually get on Saturdays, but I was worried about Mary, and so I basically got on here especially for her so that I could hear how she was doing. Paul says, yeah, hearing is so it's very noisy and crowded here. The trial passed quickly because Mike's Denny and husband are the cops, so we had little luck. Oh, okay, good. Good. Boy, there's some I can't even reach up there. There's a lot of thorns on these berries. Okay, so Batman says good. Good, Batman. I'm glad to hear it. Glad that the audio is back. And I'm glad that I also learned how to pause and unpause the microphone so that I don't lose you guys anymore. I did not know that that's what was happening the other day. Sam says, is Mike with you? I assume you're talking about to Paul. Okay, so Batman says, I mean, yes, but I'm not used to typing in English. Sorry. You know what? This will be good for you. This will be good since you're trying to learn English. That's awesome. And I'm glad I can help because, you know, being on here provides me with some company and some enjoyment to talk to people while I get my chores done. And it also helps my channel to grow, which is awesome. Because it would be cool to talk to even more friends and meet new people and basically, yeah, it'd be cool to grow the channel. But for the most part, I'm doing this more for my kids, to have some sort of to have some sort of way for them to see me when I pass on. I'm not sick or anything. I'm not saying that. Just, you know, my mom died of breast cancer, and so I would have loved to have things like this of her just being herself and talking and doing stuff. And so, anyways, this is really something for my kids. But it's great to make new friends in the process, and I enjoy it. So it's amazing to me how quickly these ripen, because I just picked another full quart yesterday. I got it in the freezer, so they're frozen, they're preserved. That is good. But it's also kind of like, like how fast do these things get ripe? It's crazy. Literally overnight. That's how fast. So they have to be checked every day. And I was hoping that I would have a little bit of a reprieve, but it's good to get out here in the morning and get it done before it gets too hot. And that's how we have to deal with it when it is hot here. We just try to get our work done early and then go inside in the air conditioning. Patty, hey. Batman says, am I from Australia? No, I am from the United States. I live in Illinois, so kind of in the middle of the whole country. Sam says, Mary promoted your live. I guess she definitely did. Mary is the reason for this live, so we are so thankful that she is doing better. Patty, I am live now, yes. Amit, hi, welcome to the chat. I love chatting with you too, Patty. How is Uncle Mike feeling after his surgery? How's he doing? Okay, let's scooch down. We gotta go this way, get more berries. Amit, I am picking black raspberries right now. I won't be on for too much longer, basically just until I get these black raspberries picked. And then we will be going inside to process these, get them in the freezer, and get the herbs that we just picked into the dehydrator. Patty says, we were discharged to a retirement center for rehab. Good. I'm glad he's where he needs to be. Tell him I said hello. Sam says, Mike is not Mary's husband. He is Stinny's husband. I know it's very confusing. Oh, okay. It is a little bit confusing, but, eventually we'll get you guys all figured out. It's still warm here today. It's very humid, Patty. How's the weather down there? Are you with Mike right now? Or are you getting ready to go up there? Ah! Okay, so this one, it's not really ripe. Amit, I'm glad to see you too. I'm glad you're here. Batman says, I am there with my dad in April, and listening to people talking in English is so movie-like. Well, Batman, like I said, if I can be of service. Paul says, Mary's husband is with her in hospital. Stenny, Kenny, and Crystal are also there. Welcome. Patty says, yes, I'm with Mike waiting for discharge. It's very hot and humid. It is here too. And I'm trying to beat the noon heat advisory. But then I keep chatting, so I probably should shut up and get to work. We were waiting for you. We were wondering where you were, but I knew I was early for you too, so. You want that, Max? Batman says, people are good. I'm coming back there for Christmas. I'm so glad. To your Texas home. Oh, we got some people out riding motorcycles, getting their rides in the country. Delta, bravo. Hey, glad you're back. I'm good, thank you. How are you? We're trying to pick our black raspberries. I've got quite a few. Like, look at these. These are pretty large. These are pretty large. So I'm excited that they're doing so well this year. I have been praying for her too. I thought about her so much last night and yesterday after our chat. Like, I prayed for her so many times. It just, anyway, I'm glad that we have this community where we can, you know, care about each other and talk and make friends and, lift people up when they need it. Delta Bravo says, going good, thanks. Good. A says he's traveling in a bus. They're playing loud sounds, so I can't hear much. Oh, I'm sorry, A. Well, hopefully you get out of the bus soon. I kind of wish there was a way for me to type to chat with you guys when you can't hear me, but then what's the point of this, I guess? Let's see, who is that? Sam says, when Paul sends a message without emoji means he is not all right because he always uses emojis very much. Are you all right, Paul? Yeah, Paul, let us know. And A, by the way, you're not late. I mean, I guess it's kind of late, but I got on really, really early because we're having a heat wave, and so I wanted to try to get my work done outside before the heat really got bad. So you're really not late. I was early. You're on here at our normal time. And Paul, thanks for the emojis. Oh my. You see the dogs have been over here. We've got some dog fur on these lower ones. That's pretty gross. I just won't pick those because I don't want dog fur in my berries. I love how you all greet each other. I think that's so awesome. Delta Bravo, yes, I do grow tomatoes. I have 3 tomato plants right now, and they are setting baby tomatoes. I've also got some baby peppers. The green beans are just getting started, but they haven't produced any fruit yet. What about you? Do you have tomatoes and peppers? I was just putting tomato cages around them yesterday, and I reread the name of the variety of tomato that I got, and I got Wisconsin 55. And so that's a new to me variety. So I'm not really sure how it's going to be, but I'm pretty excited about it. Before I would always kind of focus on food preservation and different things like that, canning the green beans, which I will do this year if we get enough. But I think with Savannah this year, it's just going to be too much. Batman, that's okay. You don't have to remember everybody's name. I'm reading people's screen name. But some of the people on here come every day to talk, and so I have begun to get their real name, and so I use their real name with them. So actually, yeah, with you learning English, that might be a little bit more difficult for you because I'll be calling them a name that is not their screen name. So that might be a little bit more difficult. But for the most part, I use people's screen name. Whew. It's getting warm, guys. And I did not bring out my water, because I thought to myself, oh, I won't be out here that long. Well, here I am. I've been out here for like, oh shoot, we've been on here for an hour and a half. A says, Cynthia, I am so glad you do a live on Saturday. I don't generally. I'm doing this because I wanted to find out how Mary was. And since we had trouble yesterday with the audio because I paused it, I didn't know I paused it. Since we had trouble with the audio, I wanted to make sure that I got on here to find out how she was doing, because she was just on my mind so much. I was like, we got to know. Paul says, yeah, Arvin, thankfully case got filed. Hearing of court is soon, but case has become very complicated since the person who was driving was a minor. So yes, things are sort of frustrating. Absolutely. Batman says, we are a farm. I don't know what you call it in English, but it's fish eggs. In English, I think we would call that caviar. It is irresponsible. I agree with you all. That's why, too, I don't know if some of you guys had seen the short that I put out showing you guys the soaker hose in the raised bed, because I didn't get to finish showing you guys what it did. And I didn't get to say goodbye. So I put on there praying for Mary, and then I showed the soaker hose. So I hope you guys saw that. But Batman says, I mean, my dad owns a fish egg farm like the little black eggs. Paul says, John, is that right, Paul? John, are you saying, is it John? Might show up. I told him this will divert your mind. He might show up. I hope he does. But just so you all know, once I get these berries picked, I do have to go inside because it will get too hot. So I'm going to try to get these finished because we have been outside a lot already this morning. And when it gets hot here, it gets really hot. Delta Bravo says, awesome. It's basically winter here. Were you from Australia? Is that right, Delta Bravo? Now in spring and summer, I grow tomatoes, but I always screw up the overall harvest. I go to crazy pruning. Oh, yeah. Have I got any advice feeding and mulch or watering? So I like to do consistent watering. And when I say consistent, I mean, I like to put, here, I'll show you. Hang on. Okay. So I mulch our tomatoes with straw. You can see here. There. So we cover the ground with the straw, okay? And that goes right up to the tomatoes. I will prune them when they get, sorry, I'm way zoomed in. There we go. I will prune them when they get a little bit taller just so I can see a little bit better. But as far as consistent watering goes, I put this soaker hose down, and the water kind of oozes out of this hose when it's hooked up to the water hose right there. Woo. Can you see it right around there somewhere? It'll ooze out, and I keep that on for like an hour. And I will do that depending on how hot it gets and how much rain we do or do not get. I will do that probably twice a week. But the straw helps hold the moisture in, which is what you want. But if they get too much moisture, oh, that damn cat. Look, that nasty cat. This is why I don't like cats. Disgusting, Max. Gross. Yes, drip irrigation is also very good because you can put it on a timer. But something consistent like that. And that really does help. But you don't want to give them too much because then they might split. So Batman said, yes, you said that things. Islamic Modern Forum. Hi, love from Pakistan. Hi, Islamic Modern Forum. I'm going to call you, well, Islamic Modern, that's a lot to say. Maybe just Islamic? Sam says, yo, Paul, when are you going back home? I'm messaging here for latest updates because I promised someone. We appreciate it, Sam. A is asking Paul, how long will she take to recover? Paul says, I'm currently not at hospital. I am far away. Doctor said it's a miracle she's alive. She was about to go into a coma. I guess your prayers worked. Thank you. You are welcome. And we will continue to pray for her. I think we're all getting pretty attached to Mary and to you guys. So I think it's safe to say that we love you guys. And we're so glad that you're here. And we will continue to pray for Mary. So, okay. All right. You guys, I got to focus. I'm chatting again, probably too much. But that's the point of this, right? Like, this is why you're on here, to chat with me while I get my work done. All right. Okay, here. You can watch me pick berries. I'll try to get it done. Stop yapping so much. If I don't get these picked every day, they dry out a lot. Batman says, no, cat, gross. I have a cat. My low dog or bad one bit me 2 years ago. I hate it when dogs bite. Paul is asking, I have a question. It's a serious situation, but I really wanted to ask it. Can I? Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going around to the other side. And then we'll be finished. Okay. Try to keep you guys where I can see ya. Paul says, don't judge me, but you look younger in profile photo. Is it old? You look like 28 in it. I had this in my mind for a long time. So that profile picture is probably 2022, 2023. So it's a couple years old. I was definitely over 40 in that picture. And you're not hurting my feelings or anything. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had makeup on. I have makeup on right now, but it's melting off. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm going off your profile picture. It says, hey. A says, John is Mary's husband. Oh, I don't know. Oh, he is. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, we will be glad to talk to him when he gets on here, because I would like to tell him in person that we're praying for Mary and thinking of her. Mad Meech says, nothing wrong with my look. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't think that's what he was saying. I think he was just saying that I look maybe younger in my profile pic for my channel, but that's because I took it a couple years ago. And also, I don't get too offended with things. I've got too much work to do to get offended over little things. But if people are inappropriate, I will block them. We're not going to have any of that. Delta Bravo says, just be careful answering questions. Some people could be fishing for private information from you. I am aware of that. So yes, I try to be super careful. I do not share my birth date. Mad Meech says, I hear you. Yes. Okay, there's a lot of thorns back here. Ow. Yeah, that's why, like, you might see me with like a shirt inside out, because if there's something that I feel like might have identifying information on it for our location, then I don't want to show that. Paul says, I am not a scammer. We know you're not a scammer, Paul. And I feel like that's a very innocent and appropriate question. Delta Bravo says, cool. Sam says, but Paul, you look like one. You guys are so mean to each other. Okay, so friends being mean to each other. I know that that's like rizzing. No, wait, hang on. The kids say that's flirting nowadays. That's like teasing each other. I'm not a big teaser. Like, apparently, I am very serious and I don't take jokes well. I think, oh, hey, okay, hang on. Sorry, let me finish my thought. I think that puns are super fun. Like, I like jokes like that, but I don't like jokes that make fun of people. You know, like maybe I'm too sensitive about that. So A says, Cynthia, I hope Lulu is doing good. She will be back soon. A. So Chef, I think it's East Bay Chef is his screen name. He got on yesterday. I don't know. I don't know if you got dropped off or what happened, but you didn't notice, or maybe you weren't here yesterday. Anyway, Lulu did reach out and comment, and on one of the chats, she hasn't been well. She's been having some circulatory issues. And she's been having some circulatory issues anyway. She was hoping to be on today as well. So I'm hoping that she will get on here, even if it's just for a few minutes, but I don't have too much longer out here because I'll have to get out of the heat. I can tell that it's really starting to pick up. It's getting a lot warmer. So anyway, she will be back soon. She said she missed us. Paul says Mary's husband John is 7'3". Holy cow. Dang, that's big. Oh my goodness, you guys. Ooh, it's getting very warm. Ow. I just got a thorn in my arm. Great. Yes, he is a game developer. We're going to know all about John before he gets on here, and we'll be like, hey, John, how's it going? He'll be like, what are these weird people talking about? Why do they know me so well? That's what he's going to think. Batman says, okay, so it's 12:15 and tomorrow is Sunday, so good night and bye. Bye, Batman. I hope you come and hang out with us again another time. A says, Rockstar GTA 6. Yes. Do you guys remember how excited Vinny was about that? I'm hoping he'll be able to come and hang out with us again soon. And of course he could anytime. I just have to ask. But for the most part, I'm just like, I just focus on taking care of the kids and getting our stuff done. And when the kids ask for friends to come over, then I try to make that happen. But for the most part, I don't even think about it. You know? He says he's part of Project GTA 6, but currently taking leave from work. As he should. Yes, as he should. We're so glad that he's able to get that time to be with her. Whew. Oh my goodness. There's a lot on here, you guys. But these are, can you see? There's a lot of small ones through here. And you see the ones that don't have very many leaves compared to, say, these over here. Look at the difference in these berries. See, there's so much more full of moisture. Can you see that? It focuses. But these over here, with the ones without very many leaves, are so much smaller and a little bit dried out. So I'm not going to spend my time picking too many of those. We'll just let them go to seed and just fall because there's not a whole lot of point. They're kind of bitter anyway. A says, he told me he's working in Rockstar. I guess it would be GTA 6. Black raspberries, A. Black raspberries. These are the jewel variety. Whew. I think we're just going to get as many as we can get here in the next few minutes and then call it because I am really starting to sweat and I don't want to get dehydrated. Because stupid me did not bring out my water bottle. And we're very close to finishing, so I just want to get it done. And then we'll go inside and rest, drink some water, and get these in the freezer. Sam says, and John has a monster voice too, very heavy voice. Well, I wish we could hear his voice. I wish this was like a cool, like a Zoom call or something so we could all chat. He says too much testosterone. You guys are so hilarious. Whew. Oh, there's so many nice ones back there. Ow. Kind of hard to get out. Ow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, you two. Behave. No fighting. I know you're not fighting. I know you're playing. You're teasing each other. It's just a joke. I know. Oh my goodness. We're almost there. Okay, we are literally just about done. And then we will go inside, drink some water, rest, and get started with processing. I don't know, it's already 10. I don't know if I will be able to make it and join Matt at the dealership for their customer appreciation lunch. Because I do have a lot to do. He was there, Sam, but I don't know. He hasn't spoken in a while. I hope he is still here. So, Sam, here's a question. What made you guys interested in hanging out and just like chatting with us? Because you all kind of got on here from Mary, I know. But like, if you don't mind me asking, like, I mean, does this not bother you? Me just sitting here working and kind of like chatting with you guys a little bit? Patty says, go enjoy your lunch. I almost will. I will here in a little bit, probably. We'll have to take home the girl that's sleeping over anyway, so we probably will. Hey says, okay, so Sam says, because our wives were friends. A says, I cannot hear Cynthia because of my background sounds. Paul says, okay, Sam, you type the whole story. It will take time. A says, nice, I am jealous. And okay. All right, you guys. So we got about 3/4 of a quart. You see? I can't even tell if you can see that or not. It's so bright out here. So we are basically done. And we are going to go inside, which is good because I probably sweated off my sunblock. Thankfully for a redhead, I tan, so that helps. But I really do need to get out of the heat and just relax for a little bit. Because, yeah, we've been on here for almost 2 hours and 5. So A said, Sam told the story, yesterday's story, we thought Sam's wife left him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good, Paul. Did Sam tell you about that? We were all very concerned that his wife had divorced him, and then, yeah, so I had to ask him to clarify because I'm like, okay, so when you say your wife left me, he said, my wife left me. And here, that makes us think like you're getting a divorce, you broke up, and he was saying that she had left to go be with Mary in the hospital. And so we were all confused for a little bit. For a little bit there, we're like, what do we say to poor Sam? So yeah, it was really good that he explained about Mary, because we were all quite concerned. And of course, even more concerned about Mary. But yeah. All right, you guys. I am going to go ahead and get off of here. It was so good to talk to you. It was especially good to hear about Mary and how well she's doing. We will continue to pray for her. But yeah, thank you so much for being with me here today and for hanging out. Patty, enjoyed it. Love you. I love you too, Patty. Tell Uncle Mike I hope he feels better soon. Yeah, I understand. I agree with you, A. He was saying, Paul, that was a funny misunderstanding, but really could not enjoy it after hearing Mary's news. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, oh, you guys, I want to show you one more thing before I go. I'm so excited about this, and I am going to be putting out a video of making it. Or no, did I actually make this one? I mean, I did make it, but I don't know if I made a video of making this fountain. But I had to switch out the fountain that I had in this little bird bath because it was just not great. And so I put a new fountain in it, and it's doing so much better. Excuse me. A is saying, Patty, are you a neighbor to Cynthia? She is my aunt. She's my aunt. My mom's sister. That's okay. It's okay to forget. No problem. But look, isn't that so pretty? I need to fill all my bird feeders. See, that one's empty. The one with the cameras on it, empty. You know what? I'm going to go do that too. I'm going to go do that, and then I will go inside. Thanks, Patty. Actually, Patty, I was thinking maybe you could share with me your bird code or somehow so I could see your birds. I can't see who that is. Sam said, Mary, Crystal, Kenny, Stenny are school friends from Switzerland, but we were all from different countries. Paul from Ireland, Sam from UK, John from the US, and Mike from Switzerland. Yes. All my European friends. That's what you are. Okay. All right. So for real now, for real, I'm gonna get off here and let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and continued prayers for Mary and for also Uncle Mike for his recovery. So anyway, love you guys. Bye. Oh, I just said love you. That's okay. Have a great day, friends. Bye.